So welcome back. In today's video we're going to be talking about calling cards. What are they? What are they used for? Are they of benefit? That sort of stuff. Coming up. So let's start nice and... get my hand out of the way. Let's start nice and simple. What is a calling card? A calling card is a sensory experience that we go through when we are beginning development, usually. Not to say that it's not there throughout the journey, but it's usually looked for intensively early on. And it is a sensory experience that we feel or we see or we go through when we move our mind to the spirit world. So sitting in the power, waiting for the spirit world to join us or start a communication, that sort of stuff. So it's an experience that we go through when we first connect to the spirit world. Just behind me I can hear like a drum. It's really busy here today, so my apologies for any background noise. Don't have the mics picking it up, but there is a drum in the background. I'm curious, I want to go and find it, but I feel like I'm entering a scene of Jumanji. So we've covered what they are, or what a calling card is. What they're used for is going to be the next point of call. And it's to build the relationship. It's to build the relationship with you and your team. And so the underlying factor that we've got there is it's all about the safety of your mind. I don't mean that you can come to any harm. It's just we're trying to build up a faith and a trust in a communication. You're the only one that can see it, and you need to be confident in what you're about to say or what you're about to do. And to do that, we tend to focus on the relationship with working with the team, and along with that team, we have this calling card system, something to recognise that they are absolutely there. Now, as we go further into our development, maybe don't need that as much. Some of you may do. There's no right or wrong there. But it's initially to build that faith and that trust up in your connection and in your relationship that we have with the spirit world. So I'm going to have to give you some examples for some people that will ask, what is a calling card, Charlie? And it can be something like a cobwebby on the face. Some people will feel an energy from behind, like a cold shiver maybe, or a warm spot, an energy blend faster than their normal one, the heart increase, the prodding of an arm, a touching of a shoulder, something like that just lets the sitter, the person, the medium in development know we're here. So it's very much like your everyday analogy. You know, you could be sitting at home if you've got a family, and one of the members of the family do things completely differently, like maybe slam the front door. You don't need to see that who it was that walked in, because you heard the bloody door slam so loud that you know who it was, which one of them it is. It will feel very much like that, in the same sense that I recognise this person from the team or from the singular. I recognise it, so now I know I'm connected. So what are the benefits to this? Well, it helps build the relationship that you're having. You know, you learn to build that trust and that faith that the spirit world are giving you the information, your connection's right, you've had your calling card, and hopefully now you're in a position where you'll express everything that you're going through, the entire sensory experience, not just words and pictures, but feelings and emotions, and this will give you a fuller connection, a fuller reading, a fuller development. So that's definitely the beneficial side of starting out looking for those calling cards. And there we go. The light is adjusted, a little bit darker in this part of the woods. So what we'll do is now cover the downsides. And there'll be people like, oh, there's always a bloody downside with you. But we have to look at this from a logical point of view, and for the progression in your development. So if I need 10 minutes, if I need a time frame there to look for a team member or to make sure I'm in connection, the main downside there is this is taking up a huge part of the space that the spirit world want to use with me to communicate. So if I'm searching for a feeling or a calling card, a cobwebby, a cold, a feeling from the left or from the right, this is taking up a space in my mind where the communication can actually take place. So the benefits from it is developing the relationship early on, but it's got to get to a point where you absolutely know the mark. You've got it. You know they're there. Why aren't they going to be there? And you know the communication's going to commence and you're going to be accurate. So in that process, do you need the calling card as much? And what we've seen over generations of mediums developing is this aspect of keeping the rituals in place. And for me, I don't think this helps the progression of mediumship if you need 10 minutes, if you need 20 minutes, 30 minutes prior to something going on, and then talk about how the spirit world are always there, so on and so forth. It doesn't do the philosophy any good, and you're looking for the double check that you absolutely know is already there. So it helps early on, absolutely. I think it helps you find your mark and your relationship and to get your information flowing and so on and so forth. Build that relationship with the team or the guide or the whatever term you want there. But over time, lose that mind space there. Get free up for more communication, more evidence, just more. Literally just finished recording that piece there, and then I come across that. That is cool, isn't it? A great analogy. We can stay in there, or we can knock it all down and have a sense of freedom right around the forest. It's very much like that. So give it some thought. Give it some thought. So I'll be recapping in a moment. I just want to make it clear that calling cards and spirit signs are two separate videos. I've walked through here today and seen feathers and robins and all that kind of stuff, and that's not a calling card. That's what people refer to as a sign from the spirit world. Lights, it's just got dark there. The sun must have gone behind a cloud. That can be another video, and something that I don't really want to confuse here. In my philosophy, I don't need a robin to tell me the spirit world are present, or a feather to tell me something's nearby. I don't need that. I know it's all around all of the time. So it would be a short video if I covered that. But remember, today's video is that of calling cards. So listen to maybe and take a little bit of advice from it. It's great early doors. It will help. It helps build that relationship and get you expressing and doing all the things that they want you to do. Great. But after a while, maybe free up that space to offer more within your mediumship. So I'm going to wrap this one up today. Thank you for joining me on my walk through the forest. Incredibly busy today. It appears people have found it now, and they're using the opportunity to get out. It is packed in here today. So thanks for joining me. Get in the comments if you've got anything that you want to say or cover, if I missed anything, your experience, all that kind of stuff. Like the video, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll catch you lot in the next video.